Preparing to live stream the meeting. Setting up your meeting. Done. Redirecting to YouTube. Okay. Tap to unmute. I think I'm going to leave that muted because that seems like a better choice. That way it's not going to be like echoing.
The live shows up through the community page, right?
Mm-hmm.
The live, like you click on it through the community page.
Well, this is.
Oh, you left. It's me on the live now. I'm not sure where Bridget went. She disappeared from the video call. Let me text her. Ah. Oh, she's back. I can't hear you, Bridget. No.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay. I can never just go live and have it be like, hey, this is going to work for you and be easy. And
over here, I was like, maybe I need to mute it on the other computer. I was like, no, that doesn't make sense.
like, wait a minute. Like, I don't know how you could have stayed on without me either. I was like, how is that working? Like when I went to do it again, it basically like it just like reconnected back into the same one, but it looked like I was gonna have to start a whole new meeting for me to do it. And I was answering people. I was talking to Spacebug, like, hey, blah, 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 blah. I have a new app that's called Align 27, and it's for, you know, that type of like astrology, and it's been helping me a little bit to figure out. I screenshotted like everything inside of it to send to you, Abby, and I just forgot to send them to you. I'm like, this is
all about how Geminis just fuck up technology.
Well, I screenshotted like the thing about the deer person, and then like the snake lady, and like I had found some stuff that kind of made sense to that, and then it has like all these added extras that you can do to it as well. But yeah, let's see, I'm here now, I think. Abby's here with me, and she was here without me.
Taking over, guys.
It's so weird. Like, I went live last week to do the live readings on the Bridget Rao for like just the members for a half hour. I spent trying to get it to work because there was no sound, and then there was 7 sounds at once, and it was just nonstop chaos. Never works for me. Check your email this week, okay? I'll send it tonight. Okay, yeah, I've been keeping up with the emails a little bit better with my Bridget at divineessential@gmail.com is the one that has been working for me. How are you in it? I just on YouTube. Hey Bridget, how's your day? It's chaotic as usual.
That's good to see you.
How does this work? Nope, you don't need a membership for this one. This one is basically like the members of my membership get the opportunity to showcase their work and offerings to the community for free, so that they get to be put out into the world and meet people and make connections. And then the community gets to benefit and receive from them. Me and Abby are live tonight, so we do free readings while we're here. But then I'm going to actually have to bring up my laptop and put the description there. There's a couple of girls with offerings that are not here live with us, but they can be booked with, and they'll send you a private link, you know, and I'm going to put the description. I'm going to get the laptop to do it. That way it's not chaotic, and that way people will know what's available. So if you have a question for us now, Abby could probably take it while I put the description into it for the people who would like the book after.
Works for me. I always forget that there's a little bit of a delay.
Technology. So many
Who
technology.
does Akashic Records? Stefania does Akashic Records.
And this time I have Monica joining us with a unique thing. So if anybody out there has like a website, or there's somebody that needs to create content, that's what Monica does. Like, she writes a lot of the blog posts on my website, and she works for like Fiverr, and she is offering this time, you know, to do that for somebody. I'll write you a blog post, or I'll create like a meditation script for you to, like, you know, read off to your clients. All right. Get in here.
So I'll go with the first question. Says, I would love an update on the union energies between me and my twin Kieran. What are his intentions towards our connection? All right. All right, Kieran, what are you up to? What are your intentions? Well, first we got the Hermit. So I feel like right now he's in a little bit of a hermit phase, really trying to like work through things of him, like for himself, and kind of get that clear communication of what he wants for himself and where he's at right now. Maybe things are kind of like in a weird place for him. I feel like maybe with like work or finances, and he's really trying to like feel a little bit more stabilized before kind of going into like a union. I don't know, that just kind of like came in with that. But so I feel like he's like thinking of like you kind of as like the world and looking like to you in that way, but needs to like kind of reach some higher perspectives within himself first to kind of be able to like step away from some things so that he can enter into a new part of a journey. And like in that time, like where you can kind of focus on the strength within yourself while you're both kind of building up strength. And that's going to like help lay in that like foundation where you can like work together and build like a new future, a new creation between the two of you, and kind of come into that balance and creation through your own like stable foundations within yourself, like taking that time, like I said, in the hermit energy to go within and really kind of identify your fears and desires. And that actually came through a lot in some of the moon messages I was doing today. It's like this full moon is like helping kind of illuminate those like fears and desires, where it's easier for you to kind of identify like what steps you need to take to like go towards what you want. And then also like helping you know when it's time for yourself to kind of face your fears and ask for help and kind of go back and forth between that, like working within and asking for like external help. So that way, you know, when it's like time to leave something behind and start a new path and enter that kind of like harmony of like a balance between like your emotions and your intuitions and your in love, like between you and another person. So again, you can kind of like step into that abundance of creation together with like a stable foundation and knowing that you've taken the time you need within each of yourselves to like really feel like ready to give parts of yourself to another person in that like really big way. Yeah, I feel like that's what's kind of coming through for that. Let's see if there's anything else that wants to come out.
I'm almost caught up here. Oop. The thing separates it so much. Way too many.
The delay.
No, I'm putting a description into the video so people will know who's offering what, but like there's huge spaces between like the words for some reason.
Oh. Yeah, so I feel like with this like final card coming up, like with the 6 of Swords, kind of moving into like, you know, new calmer waters, like going maybe something with like travels, but like knowing that like you may be kind of going through a little bit of an unknown phase right now, or kind of feel like you're in the dark about things, but like these energies that are coming in right now, especially with like this moon cycle leading us into Lionsgate portal at the end of the month and into August, like it's really going to help us like bring in like kind of our like that tangible physical like abundance of whether it's like I said, like work, career, love, like just whatever it is that you feel that you've really been working towards like currently or in the recent past. We're going to start seeing more of a like actual like tangible things coming into play with those portal energies coming up.
All right. I have added a thingy, saving it now so people can check the comments. I mean, check the description box. I'm also going to put it in the comments of the video so that people know what we're doing. In terms of like when we're done here, it's first come first serve type of thing for the peoples. And Lara is new. She hasn't offered before on the lives, but she's offering readings. Abbey offers readings. Stefania does readings, and then there's things like the scripts and stuff from Monica. Why isn't this saving? Go back. All right, hopefully that's saved. YouTube link. There we go. 10 are watching. I can see the comments. Okay, here we go. I think it's there. Yay, comment. The description's there. You might have to go out and click back in order to see it if you're somebody that's interested in seeing it. And in the comments, I'm gonna I don't know how much of it will let me. I think it only lets you do like a certain amount of characters. So I'm just gonna say this much. This much. Copy and both paste. Whoop. Oh shit, yeah, that's too big even. I didn't even give it like that much. All right. Come on. They give you no space. 200 characters is like not enough. Here we go. All right. So let's see who's next for the questions. I'm gonna go up a little bit. See Spacebug. Gotta go outside. Have a great day. Thank you, Spacebug. Roshni, hi Abby, great to see you. Who did you read for, Abby? Who
I did Roshni.
Okay. Who does the Akashic? Pauline, Stefania does the Akashic Records. Her email address and information is in the description box now. You might have to click in and out for it to populate in there, but it is there. And then we have Miranda asking, what do you see coming for me and my twin? So I will do some for that. See. I've got my timing and I've got I'll use the one from Stefania and my tarot that I made. Well, I opened it up to the lovers, not all. And the Ten of Pentacles. Jesus, that's like a good movie. It's like a union of love with ultimate fulfillment. Could be coming for you, Miranda. And I do have the Seven of Swords with the Three of Pentacles. So Three of Pentacles is like, you know, somebody working to build something with another person. Sometimes we can see it as like three people are involved in something. So I don't know if there's like a karmic situation or there's been some sort of like secrets or lies or manipulating. Something that's just been maybe difficult to deal with. Maybe there's been interference by people on the outside of your connection. But I do see that you can expect to go to the next level and have like an upgrade within this next decade. So starting today, the next 10 years are just going to be something that you steadily increase. So I'm also getting a message of like, don't self-sabotage. Don't think the worst. Don't expect the worst, because if you do, you create the Ten of Swords. You create, you know, misery. But if you shift your thoughts with a new mindset and a new way of thinking and speaking, affirming, you can have the Nine of Cups, which is happiness and fulfillment. But you've got to be the one that's in control of the mind and the words and all of that. Seeing the value that you have, knowing that it's possible to have the Ten of Pentacles. But I definitely feel there's a lot of illusions or distractions or things that make you feel, you know, certain ways are bring you down and kind of cause your connection to not be in the best of energies. But it's like, you know, give it a week. Don't become weak. You stop and look around. All that you want will be found. Like it could be quick that you come back together with this person, or it could be fucking forever, based off of how your energy is. Like if you're sitting in that energy of depression, dark, misery, you know, you're gonna stay there longer. But if you can shift into gratitude and seeing like the bright side of whatever you've got happening in your life, changing that perspective, and you stop and look around, all that you want is there. You can find it. But you know, it takes growth in order to do this type of thing and maintain it and not get sucked back down into the sadness or the darkness. It says decades will come and go if you don't choose to grow. It just feels funny because you had the other one that was like, this is going to be the decade for the upgrade, but I really feel it's a matter of you, what you choose to focus on. Yeah, because there's confusion. It's like you may not know, or you may not see something, or you may just like, you know, if I don't know or I don't see, I create the worst out of my, you know, fears. And when we do that, we manifest that. So try not to, if you don't know what's happening, don't expect the worst. And if you're dealing with people who all you can expect is the worst out of them, then, you know, question yourself as to why the hell am I dealing with that? You know, but I do have the moon with the Lovers. So again, I feel like I feel like there's just this air of not knowing, and that causes you issues within the dynamic. And that could be something that you guys mirror back and forth to each other. Like they could get insecure about you, and then, you know, because they just don't know what you're up to or who you're with or where you've been or what you might possibly do to them, it may cause, you know, separation to stay longer. But I do have the Empress. So it's like you have the power you need to be in that light and in that strength. I feel like you have a tendency to go to your hermit mode where it's like, I'm going to sit here alone and miserable and thinking these negative thoughts. And that's when shit gets bad. So Hangman is like, change that perspective and you'll see things change. You can have that strength to overcome those things that you're creating out of your own, you know, awareness. We are creators. Everything we focus on manifests. We expect things to be bad. They're going to be bad. But like I said, it could be seconds if you focus on gratitude. So affirmations and gratitude statements like, I'm so grateful for my divine counterpart. I'm so grateful for all the lessons that I've learned. I'm so grateful that I'm healing and I'm growing and I'm overcoming. So grateful that, you know, everything's always working out for me. So grateful that I've, you know, got this decade of upgrades happening in my life. So grateful that like my person loves me unconditionally, even if they act weird or have issues like between us sometimes. Deep down, I know, you know, that there's a reason for us to be doing all we're doing, and we're headed in the right places, and everything will come together when it's supposed to. So the same, shift your focus, and that's going to help to shift reality. All right. Pauline, I don't have anything like, I do the live free readings here right now with Abbey, and then I have all of the stuff on my website. Then I have the Divine Essentials, or the Bridget Rao channel with like the membership there and all the offerings that go along with all of that stuff. So there's those things that are available to people, but I don't have any things that like set up for booking past the live stream. I let this be the time that the girls who are building their following can put themselves out there and promote themselves, and go from there.
Well, there's a lot more comments since the last time I checked.
They're coming in crazy. I needed that info about Monica. Spiritual Essence, her information is in the description box. She added it today, and I know she's awesome. Like if you go to my website, there's many things written by her there. My twin Rich, where is he at in terms of our reunion? Sounds like the answer you did for the first question. Did you so you answered somebody else and it sounded like her answer?
I think so, which makes sense.
I find like with the lives that anybody who comes into them, there's a lot of like similarities among the people who find their way in usually. Hi, Rick. Bridget, other group Starseed and light workers. Bridget, other group Starseed and what?
I think you had mentioned the group memberships earlier at some point. Maybe they're asking about that.
I have on my Bridget Rao channel, there's the memberships that's like the first Tuesday of the month I go live to do free readings for the people there. And then the third Wednesday of the month, I do a support group, and any of the levels that people get opens up like other benefits on my website. They get the free program, Write Your Life. They get to come into the group on Facebook. They get to come to the group on my website that's like, you know, private and locked for just members. They get the codes to Alcyon Light Healing activations that are usually paid parts of Alcyon Light Healing. There's like 2 to 3 codes for each level on a page that if you're a member, I give you a badge and you can access that page, see those things. There is also like the opportunity for the girls to come be a part of this night where they showcase themselves, put themselves out there. If they have an offering they want to put on my website, we do that too. And they charge what they want to charge. I keep 27%, they keep 77% of whatever that is. And then there's two top level ones. Like there's like a $49 level where it's like every month you'll get a 20-minute tarot reading from me. You can ask whatever questions you want. It's like a guaranteed reading every month. Or the $100 level does like a 30-minute, that's the minimum length of it. It's usually longer. For trance channeling, every month you get a private reading from me, guaranteed. You get to come to both of those lives, be part of this thing, and be in the groups, get the codes, get the Write the Program Life for free. And on my website, the homepage, there's info written about it. And then on the Bridget Rao membership tab, there's a bunch of information there too that you can, look at. I did link it in the description for that stuff.
All right. You want me to go ahead and take that one for Pauline too?
Yeah.
Or we can do a little back and forth. All right, so what's going on with Rich in terms of your reunion? Ooh, fell out. All right, so I got the Flower of Cups, which is like the Queen of Cups, the Three of Cups, and the Three of Wands. Make sure it's not blurry there. So I feel like right now it's kind of like, he's kind of really trying to touch in with like his emotions and his intuition and really kind of work in those like energies of being receptive to himself. So that way he can like, kind of like you were saying, like sounded like the first one where it was like the person going within to understand their emotions a little bit better. But I do feel that it's like, we had this one in the last one too, with like the Three of Wands, like coming to that like higher perspective and really being able to like decide where the journey wants to go and like what's coming next and following like the light through that. And with like the Three of Cups being like a celebration. So I feel like there's like movements towards things and maybe they're not coming like super fast. But like, I feel like that's kind of just collective energy right now. It's like, we're all kind of being invited to like go within and really try to understand things. So that way we can free up room for more like love and joy and experiences to come in. And like kind of like with the Seed of Thunder here, which is like the Page of Swords, of really trying to like ask ourselves and clearly communicate with ourselves like what we want next in our lives. And so I think like in terms of like your reunion, like just trying to trust and like going within like yourself that like that it's coming. And like kind of like I've got the Emperor here, like that energy of like knowing to have like a little bit of like the balance of structure and not structure, of like when you kind of need to take action and when you kind of need to like step back and kind of let things fall, and like trusting in your strength and knowing that you already have like everything within you that you need to like be ready for this next step. And like like kind of like that Two of Cups here with like that like balance, love, union of like being able to support each other through like the highs and lows, and that balance of like the give and receiving, especially like on the emotional support side. So that way you can create like everything you want with like the Harvest of Wands, like the King of Wands energy of like that powerful creation energy, bringing in like, abundance through like your joys, like finding that joy together of what's going to create that like energy for you. And we got Seed of Stones here, which is like the Page of Pentacles. So I feel like really like right now it's like focusing on kind of that offer and like what that abundance looks like for yourself and also within that union for each of you. Let me see if I can I'm going to pull you like a little guidance card for my Sacred Cycles Oracle deck. So we got Return to Source, number 30 here. I'm going to read what that says for you. Just kind of help you I know it's usually about like, you know, letting go, letting things like make room for new. So it's like letting go allows me to begin anew. Completions and endings hold a unique energy. As the final stage is the never-ending cycle of life. Death is the last letting go of a life experience. This is the process that brings any creative endeavor to a close. After a time of inspiration, growth, and sharing your gifts, you're being asked to let go of that which has run its course. If something has lost its vital force, but you have kept holding on to it, now is the time to bless and disconnect from it. Give it a proper celebration and burial. The magic of this stage lies in keeping the faith and belief in that in death we return to source. A new conception, pregnancy, and birth await you. You are opening up a portal to new and vibrant endeavors. By releasing what has fulfilled its purpose, you can rest and look forward to fresh possibilities. So I feel like it's, like I said, like those collective energies are really challenging us to take a look within and like parting with the things within ourselves, or the things that are ready to like move on so we can grow and make room for like all of the abundance coming with the new, like with those energies coming in at the end of the month and into next month with the Lion's Gate.
I split the deck. Earlier today I was adding up stuff because I did a live sale the other day with my crystals, and it was 666 plus 66 at 6:06 p.m. And I'm like, and I know what my card says for the 666 is like shift your focus, financial pursuits, you know, like don't be all like crazy, like why are you adding up every penny of the sales, Bridget? Like who cares? You know, you don't have to be a weirdo. But I felt like that's basically what they were saying. And it is true, because like when I don't pay attention, when I don't add it all up, like I end up making way more, or being surprised by like the abundance that flows in. So also there was the energy of the divine feminine and masculine coming through here. Like when I split this deck, there was first one I saw was separated, and then I saw feminine and masculine. So I feel like there has been a need for that, so that people could balance out and overcome things that hasn't been working. But a year from today, everything's going to be like, woohoo, I did what I needed to do. And I look at this time as like the reset of the year. The Lion's Gate for me is like New Year. Like you go into this fucking time feeling like shit and misery. It's what you're going to have for 365 days. You go, I think
it was also considered like the Egyptian New Year, like in ancient Egypt. I think so, maybe, but it definitely is like, I know, considered like spiritual New Year, like the Lion's Gate.
Yeah, I might have heard it and adopted it from that, but like I know it's like it sets us up for the year ahead, and I feel that strongly, because like if I've gone into it being like, meh, and sometimes you can't control your meh, you can try, but if you're really you're going in that way. So for like a whole fucking year, it's like harder to get out of that sad misery that you're like, so if you have any control of yourself and your emotions, try not to go in like that, because it ain't fucking fun. It's in the dark that we feel the hot, though. It says depression. So yeah, shift your focus. And then if anybody's been impatient, get out of the impatience, because then they'll be back just like that. You'll be united with the person that you're supposed to be with. Let me go back up here. I can't remember.
I just did Pauline's, I think.
You did? Okay.
Yeah,
that was
with Rich.
Which one was it? Good. I think the next one's good evening. Can I ask what I need to know next, as someone who recently discovered that I'm a starseed and is also interested in becoming an energy healer down the line? Samantha Eden. I believe that was the one I had seen next. So I got my Starseed Oracle that I created, and I feel like my past lives. Okay, I'll come in a minute for some reason. Something flips immediately. What do we got here? We get Ireland, Iceland, and Dancer. Natural rhythm moves and movements, like natural rhythm loves movement and expression with your body. So dance and move, I'm getting. And like Iceland and Ireland, that they're both like, you know, pretty big islands, basically. I feel like an element almost of like the Atlantean type of vibration coming through there, and the royalty. So you may have been a royal person. You could have owned an island or somewhere, or you could have. This also, the dancer reminds me of Sirius, and the Iceland colors remind me of Sirius. The dancer color reminds me of Sirius, like, you know, Sirius with the stars. And that's actually what's aligned right now really strongly with us at this point, this, the spiritual sun. So you could have some of that energy, like the royal feline, blah, 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 whatever they call it, you know, from Sirius connecting to you at this time. There's a presence within you that's kind of royal and regal. It says to, you know, make sure that you stay humble and grateful. Keep moving your body, because I feel like that's going to help you in the overall of your pursuit with things. If you've had a lot of trauma, which a lot of starseeds have had some sort of shit show in their life that's helped them to, you know, step into that power of empathy and all of that. But you've signed up for this, major obstacles to rise through and to heal and ascend. And you're anchoring high vibrations on the earth. So make sure that you use like a vortex or something, like come up with the way that you're protecting yourself and that you are being mindful of this energy that you are anchoring, because I feel like you have the ability to be very wealthy, very abundant. You can increase the level of you know, the increasing your light codes and increasing your worth. That can be like tons of abundance coming into you through doing your soul's mission and anchoring down those higher vibrations. You have that royal blood that's like, I'm just going to attract abundance and wealthiness. And, you know, it says share the wealth, manifest abundance easily. You're born for luxury. So know that, believe that, trust that, because that's going to help to make that. You also have that witch warlock spirit. So that's something you want to use, like, it, you know, the elements that are available to us to help you with your manifesting. Know that you have this magic inside of you that is, you know, you're not crazy for thinking like, I would like to be a healer, because you are a healer. You're innately a healer. You don't need to go get a Reiki certificate to be one. You are one. And as you heal yourself, you learn how to heal others, because that's basically all people do is like, oh shit, I went through some shitty shit. Now I'm on the other side of it. I'm going to help other people through that shitty shit. So the trauma and the pain you overcame helps you to bring guidance and hope to other souls. And the sun and the moon is here with the feminine and the masculine. So I feel like, you know, as you balance and integrate those energies, and with the Syrian starseed, the balancing of emotions, cleansing your emotions, honoring your masculine power, honoring the ways of the feminine energy, awakening that like duality, understanding those concepts, going through the cosmic ocean, deeper into your consciousness, deeper into your healing of yourself. That's going to, you know, innately help the collective consciousness just by being, you know, I'm doing my thing, I'm overcoming my stuff, I'm rising up and I'm awake and I'm bringing in this vibration consciously and protecting myself. And as I learn, you know, I can then help others to learn, or just kind of ripple over and touch them with my energies. So just pay attention to the synchronicity, because I think that's going to guide you very strongly on your path. Know that, you know, you are definitely on a starseed mission. You have been sent from higher dimensions to assist Gaia. It is safe to say no. A lot of starseeds struggle with that, with boundaries and just being like, no, no is a full sentence. You don't have to explain yourself. You don't have to do anything you don't want to do. Just know that you can, you know, protect yourself. And as you vibe at that highest quotient of light, you will be balancing masculine and feminine energies, and attracting in your soul family the people that you're meant to work with and help on the earth, you know, as a healer, or as whatever you're going to be delivering to those people. It may be different for each person, but you are a master teacher. You already have the consciousness, like you have that wisdom of the, you know, higher realms. You're here to unify duality and to bring in infinite love. And sound healing may be something that's beneficial for you to help you to release any emotions that are down low. So again, say no, cut cords, release, you know, feeling bad or guilty about having that stuff, because there is going to be karmic contracts that pop up that test you along the way. But if you allow the light of Lyra to help you, it's going to bring in strength, confidence, abundance, and wisdom. And there's going to be master manifesting for the ancient wisdom. So you got both of the cards from Lyra. You got the thing here from like that karmic energy. You've got the Syrian energy, the dolphin, the whales. They're both from Sirius. So I definitely feel, you know, you have that soul that's kind of deeply emotionally connected to the higher realms, and you might want to just go within more to understand that and to receive that. But the more you vibe at the highest quotient of light, the better your life is going to be aligned to heal other people. So I think you're just going to naturally find yourself healing other people. Like you don't have to go to a class, you don't have to like, you know, do anything specific other than just share what you've been through and how you've gotten to the other side, because you are a warrior. You have what it takes to do the difficult shit that some people, you know, wouldn't make it through. So you have that ability to heal with your hands, but you're healing yourself too.
Yeah, I was definitely getting a lot of confirmations of the Lyra thing coming through, because I gotten the strength card there and it has like the infinity sign on it with the lion. And I know like with ancient Egypt, like the whole thing with like Lionsgate, there's things lining up with the pyramids and like really strong connections to the Lyra. And I feel like with you, like especially with healing, it's just going to be a matter of like thinking about it and your intention, and that's going to just bring it in, because that's kind of how like the Lyrans work. Like they're such a high frequency that they're able to just like manifest very quickly. And I'm getting a sense too with like the witch and warlock thing of like really working with fire is going to be like one of your strongest elements to like engage with your powers. I work a lot with fire. I was always very fascinated with it as a kid, trying to burn things all the time. But and like I'm getting like something with like Leo energy too, of like working from your heart. I don't know if you have any Leo energy within your chart, but that was kind of coming through there as well.
She's got a lot of twin energy, so her twin could be Leo. I feel like there's definitely a divine counterpart, but it could be somebody up in the higher realms.
Yeah,
that's coming through, that maybe they're going to come into her life on the Lion's Gate, or something's happening at the Lion's Gate with that Leo energy being present. But I
kept feeling too. I was like, reason of it happening now is like leading into the Lion's Gate for you, like is going to be significant.
There's a lot of Lyran energy around her, and but it makes sense because Sirius and Lyra, like that's what's happening right now, like collectively. Yeah. But it's probably activating her because that's what she's from or where she's from, or you know, there's a reason for that. There's that royalty, there's that royal blood in you. It's probably like, oh, I'm being activated right now for a good reason, because I'm special, needed to heal at this time. And they said, yes, this is for your highest and best. So trust it, know it, allow it. Don't do bad dots. Lyrans are bad with that shit. Like, oh,
yeah, my whole last like pretty much 28 years of my existence, and only the last 2 years being like, hey, it's not a shit show.
Oh, but I just had to be like, you know, positive.
Imagine that. Only took me 30 years to figure it out.
Hey, we're all living and learning. All right, let's say, good evening. Can I ask what I need to know next? Okay, that one I just did. Random info, so strange. Oh, the DD, the dumpster thingy. Is this a new level for me, being people's spirit guide, directing them on their right path, spiritual essence? If you want to start with her, like start that one, I can chime in at the end. I'm going to grab a drink while you do. Her name is Spiritual Essence. She got 2 sunflowers with her. And it's, she's asking if she's on a new level, like being like somebody's spirit guide, basically.
Okay, I'm just trying to find it.
Wasn't too far down from the one with the me commenting, like to the people's, like, about the YouTube channel tonight, Bridget and Abbey go live, like 3 or 4 down. Sometimes they don't show things right either.
Oh, okay, there it is. I was scrolling down too far. Okay. Is this a new level for me, being people's spirit guide? Ooh, okay. I'm going to first draw from my Sacred Cycles Oracle deck. It sounds like you're questioning if you're starting a new cycle. that return to source card came out again. So I definitely feel like you're kind of like letting a part of you go. Because that came out and I read it earlier, and it's like about like acknowledging that like you're letting go of something to make room for something new. So like trying to give yourself gratitude for like the journey you've already been on, and like how you've already helped a lot of people, and like how you've grown through that. Like I think taking that time to really acknowledge that within yourself, and like seeing that path. Because I feel like at least for like myself, and I know with like other like starseeds or people I've interacted with, like kind of that like almost like imposter syndrome, where you're like, there's no way I've helped these people, like how could I do this, like kind of like doubting your worth and your power. And so I think like taking that time to really like focus in on like the gratitude and like the stories that you've heard, or like confirmations that you have felt within yourself, or like synchronicities that you've seen, that like kind of pair with people, like that's going to really help you like see how much you've grown, and like maybe help you like figure out like what your kind of next steps are. Of like, so the next card that came out here was like the wild one. So like maybe you're like really about to like start embracing kind of like that like more wild part of yourself, and like helping others like kind of embrace those parts of them that maybe have been like shamed by like society or family or like other people. So let's see, it says the wild one. I claim my full expression. The wild one is uninhibited, unencumbered, and weightless, without the judgments and expectations of others anchoring her down. The chains that bind fall away, and freedom is fully expressed. Truth is the guiding star here, and it permeates every inch, moment, and action. With this internal compass, forward motion is propelled by a desire for authenticity and determination to claim what is most true and real. So I feel like that also kind of lines up with like moon energies I was talking about earlier. It's like we started this moon cycle, like it was beginning of Cancer season, and the moon was also in Cancer. And so that's really about like connecting with your emotions, your intuition, like grounding yourself, and like really reaching like the points of who you understand, like who your soul family is, who's going to love you unconditionally and support you. And then moving into like the full moon, and which is like in Capricorn, very grounding in energy. So it's like, I feel like it's bringing those things like from kind of that spiritual darkness, emotional side from Cancer to like very physical, like with the full moon, like illuminating it. So we can kind of see in the physical realm, like where we need to kind of separate and like maybe let things go and take new paths. And so I feel like it sounds like for you, like you're really starting to step into like maybe the parts of yourself or that haven't been able to be fully expressed for whatever reason, like from past events, or like maybe feeling like it was not safe for you to be fully seen. And so like, and I think too, with like this one, like the person's like dancing like on the fire. And like, I feel like it's also like Bridget and I were talking about this, like really embracing like sexuality and like sensuality and just like desires, and like using that power. So I feel like with that, it's like really trying to tap into that like sacral chakra energy of creation. And so you're going to like be able to help people tap into that as you explore it more for yourself. Cause like she was saying earlier, the pussy plate, that like as healers or people that very much work in the spiritual realm, like you learn and heal as you like help others. Like as you explain your stories, like others are going to start to like understand themselves more. And then when you talk to them, you're going to start understanding more parts of yourself as well. So it's kind of just like a natural, like give and receiving of this like healing energy. So I feel like that, you know, like, yes, I guess that's you're into a new path of really like embracing yourself to your fullest and like not being scared to let it be seen. And you'll help people do that for themselves.
This
What was that?
Said
The guide.
Guide. It says a guide, a mentor, a trustworthy ally. And then there was the unseen. So there is things that are hidden from her, but there was also transparency, being authentic, being genuine, transparent, you know, being honest and present. I think is important, because then you had the present, which is saying gift, treasure, revelation of own value nowness. Like you need to recognize your value now, see you in your power now, and be allowing yourself to be vulnerable, and know that like as you open your heart and you're tender and you're authentic and transparent, you're going to be leading the way for other people to do that too. But there is, you know, there's things out there that are fragile. There's works that are created over great periods of time. So like, don't be in a rush for any of this. Don't expect to be like, oh, like having to pour everything out and figuring everything out in an instant. There's a lot of things that I feel like are unseen, and there could be people who try to manipulate you and take from you or hurt you because of that element. Like when you have a gift, or you're seen as that mentor or that person that's the guide, it can become like a slippery slope into holy crap land. So, you know, manipulation of nature, forcing change, cruelty in the pursuit of knowledge, or arrogance. Like sometimes people will take and take and take and take and take and take just because you're giving it, and you don't know how to not give it, or, you know, say enough's enough. Like I need to like step back, then you'll get hurt. So, honor the masculine. It says respecting men and embracing the masculine divine. I feel like you may need to tap into that ability within yourself to like feel strong, to be like, I'm going to have healthy boundaries and say no when I need to say no. Because you are a channel, you are a healer. You channel through healing and touch. You're a light worker, naturally awakening, galactic healer, lover. You know, you've had a galactic past life, and you know, you're healing yourself and then others. So you got healer, light worker, energy healer from the other deck, guide. You know, I think these are all kind of like, yes, you're correct about like there's a next level of being that guide. Just don't let it take you into the places of being either manipulated and hurt, or into the place of like being better than and hurting others from that place of, you know, thinking whatever, or sometimes letting the ego, you know, take us away into like dreamland. His dreams are here. It says vivid dreaming, dream messages, dream teaching. So pay attention to those, and do some rituals and things that are going to like bring you into the present moment, keep you grounded, keep you protected, keep you safe. And just know that, like, you know, sometimes there's sacrifices are worth making. Sometimes sacrifices will destroy you. So make sure that you're being your own mentor and guide. When something's not being very clear for you, you don't know, like really good within your soul, wait, because things that are really good and beautiful and powerful take a long time to grow sometimes. So don't rush anything if you're feeling any type of like uncertainty with people, but just know you have that gift, and stay present in the moment, and that your energy is being adjusted. Knowing yourself is going to be the key to seeing who you really are as well. So you might be meeting people who are going to mirror things to you to help you to figure out who you are. And then the divine sensuality is here, which I feel like this is kicking in a lot of people at this time, realizing like it's okay to be sensual, it's okay to be sexy, it's okay to desire and be desired and express those things, and explore that stuff. It's just energy, and you know, just be authentic and real, and things will be good. But yeah, you're the trustworthy ally. Let me see what else is in here.
I know that's what I was doing, trying to like go through and look for questions. Read.
I see. Hi, Bridget. May I have James Davis asked for a reading, but I don't know if he has a specific question. Yes, I agree. There's always a theme. James, if you have a specific question for the reading, let us know. And I'm gonna go back here. I'm gonna leave that one like that so I can watch that for James, and then where was that? I think I remember that. James says general, please. So James just wants to have come through whatever wants to come through.
All right. Okay, James, what messages are coming in for you today? So I've got the Death card here, the Three of Thunder, and the Five of Stones. So I feel like as I was shuffling there, like I felt like there was some sort of like angel or guide or ancestor that really wanted to come through, and like to let you know that they're there to like help. I'm seeing like butterflies right now too. I don't know if you see a lot of butterflies. I've been seeing a lot of moths lately, but that like you may be going through something right now where you're letting go of something, or like feeling that maybe something's coming to like a cycle, an end of cycle, like many people here tonight. But it's really like it's gonna like show you like a new perspective. Like when you get on the other side of this, like you're gonna start seeing things from a new perspective, and like understanding that those like experiences, though, that the ones that hurt, like knowing that like you're protected by like your angels and your guardians and your ancestors, and they're there to help you like take those perspectives and kind of like turn it into like wisdom and knowledge for you to share with other people, and like turning that like kind of thunder or like swords energy for this deck, like Three of Thunders, like Three of Swords, like using those experiences, like it's like making your heart stronger. And like each time it kind of breaks open with something, like breaks open with something, it's never going to quite fit back together the same way. But what you do in that healing process is like that it's like growing, because like things are like new light and new love and new experiences are taking place and filling in those cracks. And I think right now, like I said, like there's some sort of like angel or guardian like coming in that like really just wants you to invite them into their space and ask them for help. So we also had like the Five of Stones and the Five of Thunder here. So Five of Pentacles and Five of Swords, like with that 5-5 there, like you're going to be like, I feel like you're kind of going through some changes right now. And it's okay to ask for help. I know personally, like I have struggled to ask for help many times in my life. And it's, it's hard sometimes to be vulnerable and let people know like what you need, and in fear of like those needs not being met or like being judged in some way. But knowing that like when you take those steps, like of being vulnerable with like yourself and others, like and asking for help, whether it's from like someone in your physical realm, like on this earth, or like I said, asking for like spirit guidance, like you're going to like get a new offer coming in for you, like a new, like a very clear sign of like something that's going to like spark your creativity and spark your interest, and like be able to like, this is like Ace of Wands energy, like you're getting like a new creation coming in, and it's going to be a balanced one, because of the help you're receiving from like spirit and like the people around you. Like you're going to start seeing like the balance of your light and dark experiences like coming together with love for yourself, leading into like kind of that celebration energy with the sun and that like masculine energy. Like it's going to help you know when to take action and to like share those experiences, or when you need to like really work on something and like take those steps, and I'm seeing like with this card here, it's like the Two of Wands, like they're on their journey and they're going up this mountain and they're carrying those like two wands in your hand. So it's like you're carrying that like duality within yourself with love, and you're going to use like those shared experiences or those experiences of the light and dark to like bring people together. Like I'm seeing kind of like a community gathering of like understanding like people are sharing their stories, and knowing that like even though the experiences may be slightly different, like the feelings and the outcomes like unify us, and we know that like we're really all like kind of coming from the same energies, and like are there to support each other and create like a place where we've got like the Wheel of Fortune here and the Empress, like a place where it's safe and like we're completely grounded and like know ourselves, trust ourselves, and like are able to work through these like cycles and seasons of life like together, and have the support to like deal with those harder moments, and also like to have support through like the new journeys and the new beginnings.
Sorry, I'm commenting back to everybody that's like so many questions. Samantha just asked a question, and I can clarify for everybody probably easier this way. Basically, so the Divine Essentials channel is where we are right now. And what we're doing here is a community cares event, which the members that come to my membership on Bridget Rao channel, if they sign up to be the $5.99 level, the $9.99 level, or up, they get to be a part of this if they have an offering, if they're a reader, if they're a healer, and they want to offer their time. It's like they donate their time to this. So I open my community to them. The community gets to benefit from their services, and they get to, expand in that way. The memberships themselves, it's only $5.99 for the first level, and that is basically the first Tuesday night of every month. I go live on the Bridget Rao channel, and I read everybody that's there. I give them all a reading. And then the third Tuesday night of the month, I do a support group for the members, and that's $9.99. So they get to be part of that. And the first Tuesday night, and also a part of this night if they decide to do that. And then they get to be in the groups, and they also get to get the codes. They get to have the Write Your Life program, and just like little added benefits on my site, activations for Alcian light healing that are free for them. And it's just a way to kind of like ensure that they get a reading every month and, get to interact with me one-on-one. This night is more so for the community and for the girls that are part of the membership. The other nights, it's just me on my other channel who goes live and does the readings. And then the support group, I'm going to try to do a Zoom and stream it onto YouTube so that girls can talk to me for the support so that they're not like trying to type up like their information. I was doing all of this through my website. The reason why I've moved it back to YouTube is because I wasn't getting anything on YouTube. So I wasn't sending any traffic to my website. So it was like, it's giving all my time and energy to like 5 people. And it wasn't like balancing out enough. So when I go live on YouTube, thousands, hundreds of people see it. They come, they get interested, they sign up, and it just makes it that I can charge less and I can reach more. So we're back to doing the YouTube stuff for the membership stuff. But if the divineessential.com, you go to the website, you can read on my homepage like the details of stuff. And on my Bridget Rao YouTube channel, which is linked here. Like if you go to the main page of this Divine Essentials channel, there's a link that will take you right over there. And you can see the membership listed with all the information, the pricing, and what is. So can't see. What do we have for that? I know I was answering. There's so many like questions tonight. Like there's a different feel, different vibes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, last one was James.
You saw what?
I said the last one was James that I just did.
Yeah.
I thought there was one about.
Wondering about the book partnership outlook I had seen, but I don't remember if there was one before her or not. Oh, I'm so late was Lewis, and then Flower was saying stuff.
There's someone that said they wanted to know about their ex, but depending. I don't know if that was like an actual question or if they were just asking about how many people were being read.
Where was that?
Or after Lois says, I'm so late, is like the last one that Flower said. So it's a very long list of people who have already asked questions. I wanted to know about my ex, depending, but I wasn't sure if there was a specific question that they wanted to know or if they were just.
Oh yeah. So Flower, if you've got a specific question, since you've been in here all along, if you have a specific question, put it down and we'll take it. But Miranda, I already read. Ela is new. Spiritual Essence has been read. James was just read. Pauline was just asking questions. Lois says, I'm so late. Yep, this is Bridget Brown with Divine Ascension. Marie Annette Clark had said she was wondering about the book partnership outlook. So I'm assuming she's wondering, like, is that gonna happen for me? Is that gonna be good thing going on? And then did Flower say something?
Flower said all clear, thank you.
Oh, so maybe they already got what they needed. I don't know. But I can do I'll do the book thing, and then if there is any specific, like, I need to know this specific thing, let us know for readings. I don't know why I'm using this like sexual one, but I am. Like half naked. Marie Annette Clark. Was Marie into no? Who's the one that rode the horse naked?
I don't know.
There was a Guinevere or something like that. There's a girl that rode the horse. Oh wow. Ooh. You got the Queen of Swords and the Devil. But the Devil, is Capricorn energy, and it's like getting things done. And the Queen of Swords is like, I'm not messing around. Like, I will fuck you up. So I feel like, you may have been through some stuff in your life, and it's like you're done with those things. You don't want to mess around with karmic energy anymore. You don't want to make the wrong choices. And I feel like the decisions that you're making in your life are helping you to move out of mental or emotional turmoil. And it's safe to take a leap of faith to close this chapter that you may have had that was probably, a little at times difficult, or just, book worthy. Maybe you wrote a book about the difficulties that you've been through. But 10 of Pentacles is here. So I do feel like you're going to have fulfillment. I feel like there is pain, or there's sadness, or there's something, like there's an element like you've been bruised, you've been hurt, there was illusions, there was things that didn't go well, but I feel like this is like retribution for that. The shit that went bad in your life is like this chapter that you're stepping into. You are transmuting that. You're finding the right people to work together with, and as long as you don't self-sabotage, you're going to have that 10 of Pentacles outcome, and be the person in your power as that Emperor energy, Ace of Pentacles, new beginning of value and worth. But there is an element here that's like, if you doubt, or if you, sometimes like our subconscious is like our worst enemy. It's just like, I'm going to expect the bad. I'm going to expect these people to do this thing, or I'm going to expect it to like fail or flop or whatever. If we expect that, we create that. So just keep that in mind, that if you want your destiny to spin into abundance and love and happy joy, better times, keep that in your energy field. Like, I feel like we've all been hurt, we've all been through shit, and it can put us into a vibe of like expecting that again and again and again, and that's what actually creates it again and again and again. So just make sure that you aren't coming from that energy, because you'll have the tendency, like you can have the sun happy, woohoo, oh my god, everything's amazing, happiest card in the deck, or 5 of Pentacles, which is like the total opposite of the 10 of Pentacles. So stay balanced between your passion and emotion. Know that you're spinning that wheel of fortune into your reality. Trust your intuition. You've been through things in life. You've experienced the ups and the downs. You can tell when something's for you or not, or when people are being shitty or not. When there's a good, authentic offer coming your way. So you're gonna have emotional fulfillment as you release this energy of like waiting for life to be the way that you've wanted it to be. You're stepping into the union of that foundation that's been created because of the healthy boundaries that you now have, and because you're ready to be, stepping into a valuable new beginning where you've done the hard work, dealt with the people who lie, manipulate, steal, do all those shitty things, probably have been burned at some point, but you've learned your lessons, and now people get to watch you rise into your sunlight and into your destiny. And wow, this is great. So stay balanced, and everything should probably manifest well for you. If not, like specifically with this one thing that you have happening that you're asking about, I feel like it's gonna manifest anyways. Like there's something about you that's like you're going into a new chapter of success. So even if something doesn't work out, don't look at it that as like, oh no, now I'm never gonna have what I wanted. Know that you're gonna be good. You're meeting your sisterhood of friendship allies, the compatible souls, loyal people who are gonna joy and delight you. So appreciate and enjoy the lunar light cycles. Use those to help you with the manifesting. You know, set the intentions at the new moon and like release things at the full moon. Work with that energy to kind of cultivate, and you can use your sexual energy too. You know, like sex magic or just your visions, psychic images, clairvoyances, seeing out of body traveling, like tap into your sacred site or your sacred energy and dream into being what you want. And if you use the power of your sexual energy, that just amplifies and magnifies that ability to be magic. An energy check on me, and the new guy I've been seeing is from Lois High. I believe is the next person.
All right. I feel like there's definitely like, oh, my thing's blurry here. There we go. I'll put it closer to me. Got the moon card here. And so I feel like there's maybe something a little bit of like the unknown, like things that are still kind of not quite being revealed. And like, there's some like, maybe feel like there's some like strong boundaries up. So you're still like working on building up trust with each other. And maybe there's a part where, like almost that you're not quite sure because like you get like you're working on like trying to trust yourself and like really identifying like what it is that you want in a partnership and like trying to identify those things first and then seeing if that's what's like being offered rather than being like, oh, I'm okay with this, I guess, because they seem nice right now. But I think like also with like it being the full moon and the moon energy, like it's like those boundaries are going to start coming down as well, like kind of like the flip of it. Like it may feel a little like kind of like a tension right now, but also like excitement in that tension to like to get to know each other and kind of break down those things and like share your most like vulnerable moments of like when you kind of like were hurt in the past and like why maybe you were trying to like learn how to like trust other people or like trust yourself and like opening up about those moments and being like vulnerable and true to yourself. And that's going to like help break down those like barriers and like kind of come in with that like offer of love and offer of like abundance and like support and like whatever it is that you like want to like manifest in a relationship. And so like by being vulnerable, you're going to like help yourself see what it is that you like need and like the kind of like support you need. And it's going to like help like kind of move into like those like calmer waters of like, it's never going to really seem like a guessing game because you already know what you want and you're going to be able to like tell if that's what you're getting like early on instead of kind of just like accepting what's being given. So I think like when you kind of take that time to like think about it for yourself and like really think if that's what you're getting, like it's going to help you kind of like transmute that energy and like kind of make some magic happen and like get to that like 10 of cups, like of that fulfilled loving feeling where you're really feeling emotionally fulfilled within yourself and within a partnership. Because you're kind of like learning to like let go of those things in the past that have like maybe weighed you down or held you back in like relationships. And it's going to like bring in it like, oh, we got the Lover's card here too, like an offer of love and creativity and passions with this Ace of Wands, like really like kind of igniting like a loving, like balanced relationship, like within yourself and between someone else as well.
You have an opportunity. Like, what the hell are you waiting for? Open the door. and then shifting timelines into wholeness and completion. Reconciling your past, surrendering a new chapter, and then you're having an upgrade, expected upgrade. But if you don't choose to grow, you will, get stuck in that place for more decades. So this can either be a time to go into the next like woohoo, awesome shosh opportunity, or stay stuck in a place where you don't grow at all. You don't surrender the old. So shift into the new timeline as the divine feminine, being receptive and receiving and open, because it's time for change. I felt like there might be more than one person too. Did you get that type of energy? Like somebody else, like there may be like more.
There was definitely like, I felt like I was getting like past, like something about the past of like almost like holding like one foot out the door and one still in the door kind of like feeling.
Yeah, maybe it's her being in two places at once still, because she's shifting timelines. Or it could be that there's two suitors coming, that maybe you have to choose between somebody from your.
And that may be why you like need to take the time within yourself to really figure out what it is that you want, so that way you can identify it. Because it may be like more clear within one than the other. Sometimes
we get, screwed up and tricked. Oh no, I made the wrong choice. It says, this is the last one here. It says their absence brings balance with the Justice card. So if somebody left you and you were depressed or sad during that time, and maybe you're just starting to like put yourself back out there, I think you should stay in that receptive, good energy to go towards the light. And remember that if somebody does return from the past, where they put you before is probably where they would bring you again. So don't rush into anything, and take your time, because I do feel like the one you miss, or somebody that you might miss or had missed, or have finally been like, all right, I'm going to step out of here and go pursue new things, new avenues. That's usually when people fucking come back. So just if there is something like that around you in the energy, use your power to not rush into anything or repeat old cycles. Sometimes we have to go through the same thing 1,000 times to learn the lesson of it. So you got, I serve creatively in radiant times. Every moment has a purpose and a beauty of its own. You are about to see the light shine on the places that you have outgrown. So it's time to get creative in the expression, and know that you have value and you have worth and you deserve good things right now. So see that strength inside of you to tap into that infinite shifting of the timeline to awaken new love, or awaken a love that is going to last with a healthy foundation. So you can end the old cycles and get, closure, or the healing of the better experiences. Create and inspire, or set your life on fire. The 5th house is I serve creatively. So create. If you get confused, you get lost, I don't know what to do, I'm getting like, channel it into creating, like write or sing or poem or something, because that's going to help you to find your answers. But there is an awakening partnership that's going to be around you, and you are very fertile and creative at this time. So you may just start bringing in a lot of offers from people, because that's the type of energy that does bring that around. And your thoughts will be manifesting. So if you want an awakening partnership, a progression of love, and you're in that radiant light, don't be surprised if there's a bunch of dudes knocking at your door. And then
there was just a comment. It said, yeah, in separation with twin, I'm moving forward.
Yeah, that makes sense. Exactly what I was kind of feeling like. And that's usually when they're like, oh, hey, what's up? What are you doing? I see that you're moving on. Don't. Run. Make your mind up. Run. Okay, I can't remember. I see, where was that? I know that Flower did say that they had a question. They were getting a coffee, and they were like, I want a general about my DDX I still have on my mind, to get an idea of how she's feeling. So I will see what's going on there real quick, just because they've been in here for a while.
Yeah.
And I'll get back up to the line of questions. To get So I got Lyran Master coming through, manifesting master of good and bad, regal strengths from the dawn of time. So the Lyrans are like the ancient ancestors that are, you know, they've been around since the beginning of time, and they are very powerful manifestors. Unfortunately, a lot of them don't realize that they can do really good, really bad, just by their thoughts. So I feel like you may even have an influence on how this person feels towards you, because you may have that influence on people and energy and things around you. You also have Mercury with the Gemini, communication, traveling, relationships, technology, electronics, day-to-day expressions, elegance, messages, logic, rationale, and memories. So I feel like there's like something within the communication that like you may not even realize sometimes that you communicate in a way that may influence things to kind of either manifest in a way that you don't really want it to, but it's not intentional. It's like sometimes you could just have a thought like, oh, they might do that thing I don't want them to do, and because you had that thought, they do that thing you don't want them to do. You have Saturn here with the karma energy, and it's Capricorn energy, which we have right now with the moon. It says karma, order, structure, hard work, mature, discipline, time, creation, organizer, boundaries, commitment, materialize, slow pace, and stubborn. So I feel like communication is going to come from this person, and you can manifest it slow or fast by the thoughts that you think and the ways that you feel. If you've been having like sleepless nights, or like this like energy of like kind of being up at night, wondering, you know, what if and how are they doing, stuff like that, use that time in a creative or like a better way of like, let me use this time for my intuition. Let me use this time to like create the reality that I want to see, and look for patterns within the things that's happened in your life with this person, with other people, so that when they do manifest to come communicate with you again, you don't repeat, you know, a karmic lesson, so that you can have healthy boundaries and healthy respect between the two of you, and you can keep like this element of like maturity there, so that you're not going to end up having bad issues play out. Yeah, because again, the radiant one here, it says every moment has a purpose and a beauty of its own. You're about to see the light shine on places that you've outgrown. So you've had a lasting imprint on that person. That person's had a lasting imprint on you. I feel like you guys are ready to outgrow the old aspects of the things that may have been difficult or harmful within the stuff. Yeah, the contrast. Dark helps us see the light. Choosing wrong helps us know what's right. So you guys already screwed it up. You already know what not to do. So now you can do what you need to do to get to the place you want to go. But you've got to, you know, sometimes honor or own up, like, all right, well, I was kind of an ass and I did this thing that I shouldn't have done. And if I can be authentic and vulnerable and express, you know, on a mature level like that, we can deepen my bond with this person and have this relationship, you know, this contract that we have, go to the next level. We can nurture each other, we can love each other, and we can heal, you know, from where we've been. So trust your intuition, know that you are clearing emotional blocks, and Chiron's here too. So Chiron's the wounded healer, you know, stuff in their past lives, stuff, trauma that you might have had as a child, stuff that they went through as a child. Everybody has a reason for why they do what they do, and, you know, how they show up. And our first impressions with people are often not correct, or, you know, who we first meet isn't who we end up knowing later down the road. People change because of what they go through. And the real people who last in our lives, and the real people who truly love us and are meant to be there in our world, will keep showing up. They're going to see the value of you at that day one and that last day, and they're going to forgive the in-betweens when shit went, you know, sideways or upside down because of stuff that wasn't so easy to deal with. So if you had a lot of passion, you probably had a lot of other stuff in there that was like, wow, chaotic. But you're balancing out. I feel like you guys are like maturing, getting to that next level of like your life. And the cycles of creation and destruction are leading to a destined divinity, like a divine, maybe union of two souls, or just a place where you guys are healthier now. And it wasn't a straight path. It was crazy to get here. But just, you know, listen to the divine inspiration that comes in, and know that you divine inspiration will come in an instant, and it's created to last beyond the infinite. So this connection, when you get inspired by it, or you have an idea of like why this did this or why that happened or whatever, just know that it was meant to, and it's helping you to grow, and that it's meant to last forever. New levels of awareness are available to assist in your evolution. Do not shy away from a soul revolution. You're about to come into a season of expansion. So I do feel like there's going to be like big changes. Spread your wings and rise. Trust your inner knowing and see the sunrise. Like good times are coming. And I feel like this person is probably going to be inspired to either reach out to you or reconnect with you. You might want to cut the cords though. Like if you had negative stuff happen between you, arguments, fighting with that Mars energy, things that were said that we didn't mean, call on Archangel Michael to come cut the cords, because that resets the energy, and it like gets rid of that resentment. It gets rid of that anger and that frustration, or the energetic blockages, or stuff that's kind of keeping us at bay sometimes. But and you cut that, you reset the energy. A lot of times people will reach out to you because they're like, hey, I feel the shift. What's going on? They don't know what they're doing, but they do usually come to like reconnect. So stay positive and know that they do care, and that they do think of you too, and they do think about communicating with you. I have the Moon Tarot, the Gentle Tarot, the Tarot Disassembled, and the Sacred Cycles Oracle.
Someone asked what decks we were using.
Oh God. Well, the ones that I'm using, I made. This one is my Celestial Oracle. This one is my Divine Time Oracle. This one is my Past Life Oracle. This one is my Soul Purpose Oracle. And then this one is the tarot that I made. This is my Starseed Oracle. And then I did, I used this one. This is like a sensual goddess tarot or something like that. It's got like naked ladies in there. They're not all naked. There's a lot of fully clothed ones, some boobies out in it. And then there's the Mermaid Oracle here, which I used a little bit at one point. The Oracle of the Mermaids is what it's called. I think this is Sensual Goddess Tarot, but occasionally there's a girl with boobies. Yeah, like this one. She's got her boobies out. It's all blurred, like it's like for 18 plus. The children. She's hanging upside down with her boobs. It's not bad. Most of them are closed. And this one, my Celestial Oracle, has options. Like it can be this size, or it could be big, like this one. The size of the cards are either like this 3x5 size or the tarot size. And when I made them, I made an option on the planets. So it comes with colored planet cards. So all the cards in it have like this golden beige color. But then when you get to like a planet, it's going to be like, oh, blue and purples and actual colors. So there's another set of planets that people can add on that is the same color scheme as the rest of the deck, because I'm OCD and I'm weird and I'm crazy. And I was like, I don't know which I do. And I just decided to make them all. I wasn't crazy about some of the ones that are not colored for the planets. They were like, there's just like a ball of fucking bleh. Like it didn't have any like niceness to it. So I didn't want those. But this helped me to learn tarot. I mean, help me learn the stuff with like the astrology, like that. I've got the houses, I've got the signs, I've got the what else is there? This is the planets. And then there's a bunch of just regular messages too. Like Saturn, Chiron, the first house, what it does, what it's about. Kind of like a teaching aid for people who want to learn astrology. What's Pisces like? What's Cancer like? What's Venus all about? What's Jupiter about? What's the 10th house do? I don't remember who did we do.
I just did Lois. I think we're on the how do you get on the list for, oh, sorry. My kiddo and I are stepping onto a new path, and I'm curious how to focus our energy to bring us what we need for this divine journey. Start with my gentle tarot on this one. Where to focus energy to bring in divine journey. Right, the Ace of Cups here. So I think really just being very open and honest to each other, especially with how you're feeling through like new changes. And because I think for anyone, but kids especially, like change can be scary. Like even if like I moved a lot as a kid and like things weren't ever really explained to me why, or like how to deal with like those kind of little changes of moving and making new friends and places and schools. And so I feel like that kind of put me in a place where like I'd shut down, or I would just get anxious and like didn't really feel like stability. So I think like kind of being very open and vulnerable about how you're feeling through the changes can really help like you support each other. And like that way, like then you both can like work on developing like this like Flower of Cups, Queen of Cups energy, like really tapping into your emotions, your intuition, and like being able to trust like things are going to work out because you're in touch with your feelings and yourself. And like it's going to kind of help break down those moments where it's kind of like an internal battle of like maybe some like fighting or like disagreements or things like kind of being resistant to change. And like knowing that like that's okay. It's like all right to have those emotions. It's okay to be angry sometimes, or it's okay to be a little scared or unsure. And just knowing that like you can work through those emotions together, and like know that like the unseen forces are really like guiding you and going to help you through this. So just like really trying to be open and talking with each other, and like and talking about it too, like, oh hey, like I'm having a hard day, let's call in our angels for some extra help, let's call in our guides or unseen, like the unseen things for extra help. And that's gonna like help you get to that like 10 of Stones, 10 of Pentacles energies, where you're both feeling like stable, grounded, fulfilled within yourself, and like fulfilled within this journey, even if you don't always know what's going to happen next. And like kind of help you move from like feeling like you had to hide and like maybe like recovering from like a wounded situation or a wounded past, and like kind of like step away from that and like kind of enter more of like that Fool's energy, where like I feel like it's kind of like the same thing where you're not really sure what's happening, but in this case like you feel safe, you feel supported to like start this new journey, because like the two of you have like formed like a stable like foundation and union within yourself to trust each other and to be open with each other, and like really like express the like the things that you need to feel like supported and fulfilled with each other, and really like encouraging open communication without like judgment, and just holding like space for each other just to listen and understand. So that way like you like are forming like a strong foundation with each other. This Root of Stones or like Knight of Pentacles, like it takes time and it takes effort, but knowing that it's going to be like the most grounded and like stable for you to kind of like with this Three of Stones, Three of Pentacles energies, like create mountains, like you can create the world and path that you want together, because of like the communication and like your ability to like be vulnerable through each other through it all, and not just like feeling like you have to be like always like positive, or like always like putting on a happy face. Like it's okay to show those parts of you, like when you're feeling unsure or uncertain, because like that's a natural part of life kind of. And like when kids learn how to do that early on, they don't like it's not as hard to go through those changes as an adult. Like you feel a little bit more stable and grounded within yourself through changes. So that's what I had for that one.
Okay. Ask Michael to cut any old cords of negative energy surrounding your connection. Okay, so me and the new guy I was seeing the list. Hello, does my galactic family have a message for me? Let's find out. For one,
Oh, there's a little butterfly there. Maybe I was seeing those butterflies earlier when that message came through.
a lot of butterflies on my things lately, like just like playing with all these different options of butterflies because I'm insane. Can't just look at one, I can look at them all. I put like on my Facebook business page that the picture there right now is a bunch of butterflies. I think right now is a time of transformation for a lot of people, like rising out of the fucking shit shows, just like transmuting, coming out of the emerging from the bad times or the times where we weren't like fully ready to spread our wings or something. You've got Orion coming through, which is healing soul patterns and contracts. So that's like the, stuff that we may have had some difficulties with, or people in our lives that, come from that wounded, oh my God, deep wounds. Clearing emotional block. Deep wounds is the name of that card right there. But I was saying, Chiron is like the energy of our wounds, our past lives, the things that we have. So you may have contracts or things with people from other lifetimes that are impacting you in this life. Just contracts to heal. Could be from Orion, could be from Atlantis, it could be from, far away or here on the earth. But know that you're going to be understanding and learning through adversity. And yes, this is for your highest and best, even though sometimes it's not easy. The Pleiadian emissaries of light are saying, ask for help, show me, we are here. So like when the emissaries started showing up for me, they would be like, we are here, we are here, we are here, we are here. And I would hear it over and over and over and over and over until I would finally sit down and write what they wanted me to write, or say what they wanted me to say, or do what they wanted. But when I need them, I say, show me. And they do, no matter what it is. Like, I'm like, I need $777 by the end of the day. They're like, okay, here you go. Like, they've literally done the most craziest manifesting things ever when I've asked, trusted, and believed that they would. Like, it didn't start off at like that level, but they showed me like how to navigate life in a way that was like, I rose from being like completely broke, having absolutely nothing, couldn't make it to through the week, to being, okay, when you go into the store, instead of counting up every item that you're putting into the cart, super focused on like, I only have $20 and this is $4 and this is $6 and there's tax. And I was making it worse by that fear, that vibration. So I went in there with $20. I just didn't focus on that stuff. I used my logical, like, obviously we're not going to buy everything in the store, but we're not going to be super hyper focused on the fact that we only have $20. And then the next week I went in there, I had $50. And the next week I had $100. And then I was, selling out places. People were driving, hours to come see me, and manifested a home to go live in. And just lots of things changed rapidly once I said, show me. And they did, over and over and over. And I believed them and trusted them. But, I feel like you're a healer. Through healing yourself, you will be able to then heal others. Like now, what I usually end up doing is helping other people who've somewhat been on a similar energy or pathway that I've been on at some point. Like I have the Bridget Round channel and the Divine Essentials channel because I have different parts of my life, like, twin flame stuff is over there because I know what it's like to deal with that situation. Starseed stuff over here because I know what it's like to like be like, oh my God, and awaken to that craziness. And then like on my Facebook, there's like 6 segregated groups for different things there. But it's always like a reflection of where I've been, where I'm going, and I try my best to teach other people what I've learned along the way, either just through the lived experience or through educating myself and doing a lot of like research and figuring out how the hell I can make a difference, by putting active in on a third dimensional level, not just like thinking it into being. You don't take any physical action. You can think all you want, but nothing is going to happen. I also feel like you might need boundaries around you at this time so that like you don't continuously have things to have to heal. Because if you have a wounded soul, you have deep wounds from the past, sometimes we can stay in an energy where those patterns and those contracts keep showing up over and over and over until we are like, hey, no, you can't come here anymore. Hey, no, this isn't good. This isn't working for me. I'm here to unify duality. I'm here to overcome the darkness. I'm here to work with the light councils, and I'm here to awaken and rise out of this. Then I'm going to help other people because I'm going to rise to a level where I can then teach others, the secret of overcoming these types of things. And I can meet my true soul family and the people who are going to serve and assist me in doing what I need to do when I release my emotions connected to lower vibrations and I allow myself to receive, because maybe I don't think I'm worthy enough to receive, or maybe people have made me think that I'm not good or that I shouldn't have, or that whatever the things are that people can sometimes be told or experience in harmful lifestyles or situations and relationships. But any lower emotions or things that have happened in your life, could have been with family members, could have been with other people, it's time to clear that karma out, and it's time to release those emotions and know that you are fully supported and loved, and then protect yourself energetically and say freaking no. And that's it. No excuses of like, oh, I'm sorry, and then finding yourself like talking yourself into doing the thing you were originally saying no about. Have healthier boundaries, utilize your light, raise your vibration. The vortex can protect you from the energies of other people. If you're an empath and you get emotional by others, or you get impact, I feel bad, I'm doing it because I feel bad. You gotta at some point be like, well, it sucks for them, but I gotta put myself first. That's my highest and best. It's me being in my best self. I can't really serve other people if I have no boundaries and let everybody like take me down every day. So I feel like you're going through a time of rebirth, finding your growth for your power, and you're probably going to be tapping into the Akashic Records to understand things and why things have played out the way they've played out, or just lessons that you've gone through. I feel like you've been here for Atlantis. You may have a twin soul that was here at the time of Atlantis with you that could have telepathic capabilities with this person, and you're here to anchor unconditional love. So if you've had to deal with like the darkness or the duality or the people that wasn't really showing up within the dynamics, know that that's where you should be headed. Is that's for your highest and best. Healthy boundaries, healthy love, reciprocal love. Somebody that uplifts you, makes you feel abundant, makes you feel worthy, and helps you to unify and bring balance to duality, and just kind of brings in love and high vibes. So allow yourself to receive that, because I feel like that wants to come into your life. Sometimes if we've had bad experiences or painful relationships or lower emotions, we continuously, sabotage and don't let those people in, or maybe continuously let the wrong ones resurface, or, just don't say no to the people we should be saying no to, and then, get more deep wounds and more hurt and more pain. So I think you're a very caring, compassionate person. Do you feel there's some deep wounds that need to heal? There's a deeper meaning within the things that you've gone through. So just know that like it makes, because sometimes why do I have to go through this? Why is it so bad? But every moment has a purpose and a beauty of its own, and you're gonna see the light shine on the places that you've outgrown, and some things have been hidden in plain sight in your life. And just know that things aren't always on a straight path. So you're headed to where you're supposed to be all along. You are going to have a legacy. You are going to leave a memory behind that's like, holy shit, completely better, like turnaround, the thing's amazing, wow, awesome sauce. But you've got to believe in that, trust in that, let the light codes of awakening break the old paradigm, and be mindful of the thoughts that you think, so that you don't create stuff that you don't want. There's new levels of awareness that are going to assist your evolution for the soul revolution, and the light codes of awakening are breaking the old paradigms. So clarity will shine and on you again. Open your eyes and smile with new friends. So go out and live your life and have a good time. Create your new reality. taking notes. Well, let's see. How long? What time? It's 11. So we're probably only gonna take like one more person, and then we're gonna be heading out. And I think most of the people here have been here for a while. A lot of them have already been read. But we come back every month to do this again. The second Wednesday of the month at like 9 p.m. We go live for a couple hours. And if you didn't get a reading and you want one, go to the description box. There are readers there that are open. It's a first come, first serve type of thing. There is Abbey offering a couple. There is Lara offering a couple. There is Stefania offering Akashic Records. And then Monica is doing her offering, which is like she writes. So if you have a blog or you have like, I want to do a meditation, but I don't know what to say, she'll do like a script for the meditation that you want to host. So she was offering those. This is the first time she's put her offering up at this type of event. And the other girls, you know, you email them, and then if they haven't already had the 3 people this month, then you'll know, and you'll be able to get a free reading from them. I do, you know, suggest that people tip them, but you know, it's up to you how you want to handle that. But they are there for those reasons. And if you know, get lost somewhere, you can't find this, my website, divineessential.com, the blog post has another place where you can read about tonight's event, the ladies' descriptions, and the information is there as well, and will be for next month too. I don't remember. So I think we're just gonna take one more person, and then we're gonna head on out. But I don't even remember who just went. Was it me or you? My brain.
I think we kind of, oh wait, no, you just went. Yeah, that was you, because I did the one about the kid, and then you took the galactic family message, right?
Yeah. So what if there's a question that you find drawn to?
I saw one that said it was from Multi Drider. It said, "Can I get a reading?" So I'm assuming that's just for like open message.
Yeah. I know Multi Dryer. She well, I've seen their name many times. Usually I think they're usually pretty much open to what comes through for them.
All right. When I do like open readings for myself, I like just like I'll use my Sacred Cycle Oracle deck to kind of give me like a general area to focus on, and then I go to tarot from there. So I'll do that. See if we can get like a focus area with my message here. All right, so we got the red tent. Oops, there we go. It's blurry. There we are. Let me read that here. So I create sacred space for myself. A red tent is an ancient ritual space deeply rooted in traditional cultures, respect and reverence for the human body and its connection to the earthly rhythms. Also called moon lodges or menstrual huts, these structures all offered a retreat for those experiencing their cyclical bleed, creating a place for rest, a pause for daily obligations, and an opportunity to connect with others in the community. These spaces are slowly re-emerging in modern culture, but can also be created at home or within a small group or community. So I feel like right now it's like you're kind of getting messages to like really create like sacred space and sacred routines for yourself to help yourself stay grounded each day. As I feel like a lot of people like in the collective and the readings that showed up tonight, like everyone's kind of going through like big shifts and changes and like entering new phases of their journeys. And like a really solid like self-care and sacred space is like, I think important for like kind of taking that journey with like a little bit of like, you know, ease. And my brain's kind of like shutting off right now, but like it's important to like give yourself that time to like recharge and regenerate. And I think too here with like talking about how like matching your body to like the rhythms of nature, really working with the moon cycles is going to be important for you, especially like matching your energies. Like I know with like the new moon, it's more of like It's often mostly associated with like also the like the menstrual phase of like a period cycle, of kind of going with more internal into darkness. Like it's also kind of when the veil is like the thinnest between like spirit. So it's like going within yourself, like that internal like energy, of really resting. And then like the full going into full moon energy, it's like building your energies up and kind of like checking in with yourself to make sure you're still lining up with your goals or the things that you reflected on in that beginning when you were resting, into the full moon when it's kind of like the brightest. So people are going to be up later, out at night, because it's like, if you think about before, like, you know, lighting and technology, like that would be the point when people were able to be out at night because it was bright enough for them to see. So it was often a time for people to like celebrate, have fires, feast, like coming together. And so I think you're going to like maybe be able to better engage with people or like match with like energies of yourself when you realize like they're kind of matching the rhythms of the earth around you. And my sister's dog's trying to break into the room. And that's gonna like help you kind of come into a place where you have a community that you can celebrate with and like find that joy and really like create like sacred space together and like within, and like kind of find that peace within yourself and like the union and a balance of your mind, body, spirit. She's really upset. She wants me to go give her attention. She's been really attached to me since I've been staying with my family, and my sister, whose dog it is, has been very jealous. And kind of coming in, like using these energies around you to like understand yourself. It's going to like help you find people to like build and create with and kind of create an abundance for yourself. I feel like maybe like also you'll get inspirations from people around you or people in your life, of like creativity, maybe art or movement or like healing. I think all of those coming together is going to kind of like help you feel like fulfilled and like the earth is taking care of you because you're realizing you are one with the earth. Like I'm getting very heavy like earth grounding energy, like the more time you're spending outside or with the elements, even if you can't always be outside, of like working with water or lighting a candle or an incense to work with air and fire, working with crystals like stones or wood, like having wood, like working with earth energy is really going to help you feel like fulfilled and like stable within yourself, and like really create that like space within yourself, where you feel like you can do anything.
I can open the I'm singing, sorry. Reminded me of that song, I can show you the world, that the shine with the Aladdin.
Oh, I'll show you the world.
Shine into the maybe there's a message in there for that person. Yeah, it's like, when did you last let your heart decide a whole new world?
Everyone's stepping into a whole new world. Like we're all like really pushing within ourselves to find like new parts of our journeys because of everything we've done beforehand to get us to this point.
Yeah. Like, that'd be a whole new world. It'd be really bad if I don't fucking get there. I've been feeling lately though, like I feel like I'm not in the world that I used to be in. Like I don't feel like life is normal anymore.
Yeah, I'm having a hard time with like things or like being around other people or in public in the last like week or so of like really feeling people's like energies being different than mine, and like seeing how like in the past I used to change myself to make myself fit in, and now I'm not doing that. So I'm like, I'm uncomfortable.
Time too, like time is just I'm not. Time and I are done. We broke up. We're not
in our own world.
Yeah, the world's apart.
No. Just knocked over a candle and almost like lit something on fire, but it's all good.
The dog?
No, I almost knocked over a candle. because I'm clumsy.
Yeah, people, I was gonna say, like, a lot of people have been having clumsy moments, or just kind of like being. I think there's a need to ground. Like, I need to ground, get connected to my body, but it's not.
Yeah.
Some people don't like to do that shit. We're like, not that.
Yeah, I'm gonna go outside and look at the full moon after this and put all this excess energy running through me back into the ground, and then probably pass out.
Yeah, it's stop and look around. All you want will be found. You'll be like, ooh. So thank you guys for coming tonight and enjoying. I enjoyed this time with you. If you are somebody that just popped in here and you didn't get a reading, there are people in the comments, in the description, that you can email and request a reading from. There's only a few per person, so make sure that you just realize that if you didn't get it this month, you maybe will get it next month. They are free, but I do think that tipping them would be a nice gesture if you enjoyed the reading of the service that you received from them. But the details are in the description box and on my blog on my website, in case you can't find it for some reason here. That would probably be harder to go there and track it down, but you never know, people do reach it. So I don't know, did you have anything else that you wanted to add or say?
Yeah, I just want to say thank you, and thank you for being open and letting us deliver these messages. And I realized I signed in with my personal YouTube account, but if you want more readings or things by me, my account's Club in the Sun with those, and there's details in the description box. And all the other people too offering readings, they're all really, really good. And we've been working with each other through membership the last few months, and we all got a lot of really special gifts to offer, so give them a chance.
Yes, indeed. Awesome papers. I wouldn't put anything out that it's not good. So. I'm just kidding. No, that's why I get nervous sometimes. I'm like, you guys put my name on the line for people.
Yeah.
So if I put my name on the line for somebody, they should know they're good, in my eyes at least.
Yeah. And I got some Palo Santo going, so if you feel like you need some extra clearing or grounding energy, take a deep breath and let it come to you, sending it to you there.
I have this here.
Right. Oh, the dog's whining for me again.
Yeah, you gotta go, make love to that dog. Chakra ones that I got, they connect to a chakra. They just have a certain stone connected to them. All right, I'm gonna close this down, and I don't know what I do for this. Never done it on the phone before, so we'll see. Thank you guys very much.